Welcome to another Infographic Instant with Bryane Michael. In this episode, we'll be looking at the role of Hong Kong money managers play in intermediating investment in China's solar companies. The infographic comes from a larger paper where we look at the role that Hong Kong can play as an international financial center, particularly in bringing money to new and innovative sectors such as the mainland solar industry. Now, we can think about the structure of this industry roughly with the solar companies, of course, needing the capital. And in this infographic, we show these companies as the dark green boxes. So to illustrate, we show Solar Tech, we show Comtech, Yunyong, Hanergy, Trony, Xinyi, and Xingyes. And these are the solar companies that turn to financial intermediaries looking for money. And we tell about the methodology we used to derive this infographic in the paper. So we see the companies in these green boxes, as I've said. We also see on the next tier basically those organizations, those money managers that are the most central to the mainland's solar industry. So interestingly, it's not the Hong Kong company, the Hong Kong financial intermediaries that you see in front of you, such as HSBC, JP Morgan, ICBC, but instead it's these US-based financial intermediaries that have basically put themselves into these intermediation chains. So we're talking about iShares Global Clean ETF, Guggenheim Solar ETF, Market Vector Solar ETF, and the iShares China funds. And we see that those financial intermediaries are starting to specialize and play probably a pivotal role in allocating money to China's solar companies in a way that even this very closely located financial center, Hong Kong, is not playing. We see a second tier of financial intermediaries, which are in dark black, based specifically in Hong Kong, that are acquiring large amounts of shares in these Chinese solar companies, most likely then to sell off to clients. HSBC, Standard Charter being the two most central of those financial intermediaries. We see a third tier of financial intermediaries in Hong Kong that have acquired shares in the mainland solar companies, again to give to their clients, to sell to their clients. However, the proportion of their shareholding is far less than those of the pivotal players like HSBC and Standard Charter. Those include companies like Kingston Securities, Guotai, Yunnan, JP Morgan, PNB Paribas, ICBC, and so forth. You can see those circles in the infographic in front of you. And the next tier, the kind of third tier of financial intermediaries located in Hong Kong, there are a very large number of financial intermediaries that pick up very small amounts of shares, again most likely to pass on to clients rather than to trade on their own account. And so we see, for example, in the case of Trony, this is up to 415 tiny other financial intermediaries involved in the troque of these shares. So what this suggests is that the industrial structure of financing mainland solar company shares is starting to pivot toward these purple boxes, toward these financial intermediaries that are not even located in Hong Kong. So this suggests certainly a threat to Hong Kong financial intermediaries, as well as an opportunity to the extent that Hong Kong financial intermediaries can reposition themselves right at the central part of these financial relationships and then instead distribute these shares out to intermediaries like Guggenheim. So instead of Standard Chartered going to Guggenheim for shares, it would be the other way around, Guggenheim going to Standard Chartered for shares. If Hong Kong's financial intermediaries could do this, then they would play a pivotal role in this sunrise industry. This has been another Infographic Instant with Bryane Michael.